hear approval of the prior minutes last meeting?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the prior minutes. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Agenda adoption. Mr. Superintendent, before we go forward, are there any additional agenda items that we didn't cover yesterday or the other day?
Yes, sir. The first item I need to pull
Sir?
is in the action item 18. Action item 18, the agreement between us and Frontline. That item will please be pulled. And also in the action item, I need to add action item 49. Action item 49 is Alma Bryant High School Video Board. We had one bid. We went with the only bid, was this Booster Building Group for $349,200. That will be coming out of, it has local district funds, but maybe bond money.
Any additional things, sir? Any others?
No, sir.
All right, so before we have a motion here, Superintendent is asking to pull number 18 and add number 49. Do I hear a motion for agenda adoption? Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, there's a second. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Mr. Hatcher, any brief announcements this morning, sir, at this time?
Not at this time, no, sir.
Mr. Hall?
No, sir.
Ms. McDaniel?
No, sir.
And Dr.?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, any reports and recognitions this morning? No. Okay, very good. Mr. Craig Gill, any citizens' requests at this time, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, that being said, we'll move on to the action items, sir. The G1.
All right, action item G1 is our 2024 budget amendment. This is our final proposed district-wide budget for 2024. I ask that you approve action item G1, 2024 budget amendment.
Dr. Crenshaw.
Work session, offer motion to approve action items 1 through 25.
With the exception of 18, correct? 1 through 25, okay. All right, we have a motion to, because we vetted these in a prior work session and asked questions about them, as Dr. Crenshaw also stated, that's one of the reasons we're moving along on many of these. We have a motion for action items 1 through 25, except for number 18. Do I hear a second? Okay, we have a second. Any further discussion on these items? All right, no further discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Mr. Superintendent, number 26.
Yes, sir. Action item G26 is with the Renaissance Battle House for LaFleur Magnet School prom, 2025 prom, which will be held on Friday, April the 18th. That's coming out of local school funds for $8,125. I ask that you approve action item G26.
Okay, do I hear a motion in this case?
Mr. Chairman, since we've already vetted it, I make a motion that we accept action item 26 through 34.
Okay. All right, we have a motion to approve action items G26 through 34. There's been a second. Any further discussion on these items? No further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Mr. Superintendent, number 35.
Yes, sir. Action item G35 through G48 is personnel, which will be listed under separate cover. I ask that you approve action item G35 through 48.
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion to go ahead and accept action item 35 through 49.
Okay. All right. You're asking for 35 through 49, Mr. Hatcher, is that
Right.
correct?
Yes, sir.
We added.
Okay, all right, very good. All right, do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve action items 35 through 49, and there's a second. Any further discussion?
I have a question, sir.
Sir, go right ahead.
Number 49, my question is this. I see it's got 60 days to do this. Is there any way on the other schools that we're working on now, can we piggyback off this bid? Does the state require, I know state law, sometimes you can piggyback. Can we do it, having to rebid it?
Piggyback.
Do them all. Okay, is that it? Okay, any further discussion? All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries.
All right, on to the consent agenda. H1 is an agreement with WorldGate UKG Consulting Services. This is a part of our transitioning between Kronos workforce to UKG Ready. That cost amount is $4,950, and it will be coming out of local district funds. That's consent agenda H1.
Do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Dr. Crenshaw,
also we approve action items 1 through 10. I mean,
consent.
consent items 1 through 10.
Okay, we have a motion to approve consent agenda items H1 through 10. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, there's a second. Any further discussion on these items? All right, no further discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Number 11, Mr. Superintendent.
Yes, sir. H11 is with the Mobile Community Action Head Start, classrooms to promote school readiness. Those classrooms will be held at Burroughs Elementary, Ella Grant, Florence Howard, and Spencer Westlawn. There's no financial obligation. That's consent item H11.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Make a motion to approve 11 through 27.
Okay, there's a motion to approve consent agenda items H11 through 27. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, there's a second. Any further discussion on these items? No further discussion, then all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Flow through, Mr. Superintendent.
Yes, sir. Our flow-through items, which are our parochial and private school entities that flow federal funds through our accounts. We actually have 4 flow-through items, one for St. Mary's Catholic Church, one for Covenant Christian School, another one for Covenant Christian School, and number 4 would be with Little Flowers Catholic Church. Those are our flow-through items 1 through 4.
Do I hear a motion in this case?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve flow-through items 1 through 4.
Okay. All right, we have a motion to approve flow-through items 1 through 4, and there's been a second. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, Mr. Superintendent?
Yes, sir. Our informational items, K1 is our monthly financials that you have listed. K2, also listed are our purchase orders over 5,000.
Okay, that's information. Mr. Attorney?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we have an employment matter on the agenda today to vote on. It's a subject of my email to the board members of June 19th.
This is for a settlement in this particular case? Okay. And I think I asked this the other day, but I think everybody received the email about it. Do I hear a motion in this particular attorney-client privilege case?
So move with question, they concurred with the agreement.
Okay.
So move that we accept the attorney's recommendation on that.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a second, motion and a second to accept the attorney's settlement in this particular client privilege case. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Scheduling of meetings, Mr. Threadgill? Right now. Okay. Mr. Hackey, you have something to say?
No, sir.
No, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Mr. Hack.
I apologize.
That's all right. But we'll get notice of that. Court case. Okay. And before we leave, I've already talked to several of the board members, but we do have a hearing following this meeting here. Okay. Yes, okay. Thank you much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, I have a motion to adjourn. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. You're right. Thank you, Mr. Threadgill. Okay. Since there's no other announcements or whatever, Mr. Threadgill, I believe you have something you want to say.
Yes, sir. Thank you for not forgetting about me.
I'm sorry. I'm getting old, so I can't remember.
The low man on the totem pole.
Yes, sir.
Basically, what I wanted to briefly discuss, as you all know, we've been trying to put out an extra layer of security. We've been working on this for quite some time. A lot of time has been put into this process. We didn't want to rush it because we felt like it was a very important thing to do. We took the time to survey parents, employees, principals, and also students. And we just felt like it was very important that we put out something that was very intentional, very strategic. And so it just took some time to make sure we got it right. As you know, as superintendent, I have to make some tough decisions. Decisions sometimes that's not popular. And I'm sure that what I'm about to put out in the next 30 or 40 minutes, we're going to get some pushback. We're going to get some complaints. But just like, you know, being a superintendent is just like being a father. Sometimes you have to make those tough decisions when you know it's best for your kids. And so that's what we've done. We've been very proactive. So I'm very pleased with what we're about to put out. And I just kind of want to hit some of the major things that we're about to put out. So the first thing are our weapon detection. Did I say it right? Yes, sir. Weapon detection that will be at all middle and high schools. They will enter the school going through this weapon detection state-of-the-art that where you will not have to take your book bag off. You won't have to, you know, take stuff out of your book bag. So it's state-of-the-art. So we're very pleased that we will have all of those at the middle and high school level. We also, another big thing was to clear backpacks. We were trying to decide, number one, were we going to do just middle and high, or were we going to do it across the board? And believe it or not, most elementary principals wanted to do it across the board. So we're going to do clear backpacks, but we won't begin to clear backpacks this year. It would be for the next year, and that's the 25-26 year. And we will provide those backpacks for the students. We will foot the bill for that. We understand that that's not going to eliminate bringing things to school, but it'll certainly help. And we have to start doing something. The other thing that's major is that our cell phones. We are not getting rid of cell phones. We're just not allowing the students to use cell phones while they're on campus. So there will be a procedure at each school. Each principal will be sending some things out to the parents to know exactly logistically how they will collect those phones, whether it's through a pouch or through a lockbox or if they just want to keep them in their cars. But as I did the survey, as I talked to several hundreds and hundreds of people, we all know that cell phones causes all types of problems. It's not just a school issue, it's a community issue. But as it relates to school, the lack of student engagement while they're in the classroom, not having any social skills, being very distracted while on the phone, bullying, social media, and as the board members, as you hear quite often every month during those hearings, a lot of it is due to cell phones. And at some point, although it's a very tough decision, and it's weighed on me, it stressed me out, but if I don't make a decision, and if I don't do something, if it's time to do something, it may not work. It might not work, but I have to do something for my babies. And I know they're not gonna like it. I know the parents aren't gonna like it, but we got to do something. We can't sit back and do nothing. This is a problem, and we're gonna address it. So that will be coming out in the next 30 or 40 minutes. I don't know if Renee sent it out, but I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of questions. The board members, you all know exactly what's going on. So I hope everybody is very, very supportive. And I know for the first couple months it's going to be rough, but I think overall, I think it's the right decision to make. So with that being said, that's all that I have.
Dr. Crenshaw, your motion to, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just want to ask one question. Is there any reason why the clear book bags would start this year? Cost or getting them ordered?
Well, you know, I like to do things right, and we had some issues with, you know, we're ordering 50,000, so we just can't Amazon 50,000. So there's thousands coming at this point, thousands coming at this time, and so to eliminate, to make it look as though that we aren't prepared or ready, I would just rather wait until we get all of them in. Now, that doesn't mean parents and schools and they can't go out and buy the clear book bags now, because that's what we're transitioning to. But I want to make sure that we have everything in hand and ready to go when we say that it's mandatory. I want to make sure we have those book bags in hand.
Now, there are some schools that already have been
Yes,
using
yes.
them like that.
And let me make a statement about the cell phones that most people may not be aware of. We actually last year had 2 middle schools, Hankins and Chastain, to pilot the no cell phones. Outstanding results. No complaints, nothing. So it's not like we're just cold turkey just jumping into this. We actually took the time to do it at 2 other schools to work out some of the kinks, and they played a tremendous role in making this the decision. So we did have a couple schools to pilot that.
Mr. Thurgill, it's been my understanding in doing research on this topic like you have, that there are many districts around the country, not just Alabama and ourselves, that are coming to the realization that this is something that needs to be done.
Yes, sir. I don't know of many in Alabama, especially this size district, but I think you'll see nationwide that you'll see other schools doing this. No one wants to be first with something like this because they know what it brings. And I just appreciate the board supporting me on being bold, and hopefully we can make a difference.
And we are, when you were talking about the security entrances, I couldn't get it out. We're still going to continue our random searches and things
Yes.
that we've done.
You know, that was just a highlighted version, so once you get the one pager, it'll explain all of it. So yes, we will increase,
So this is a multi-layered plan.
yes, yes.
All right, any other further questions? Or-
No, my hat's off to you. I think it's long overdue, it's much needed in our system, and I think when I talked to my daughter's principal at Hankins, Mr. Vercooey, I think he had told me that discipline had dropped like 37%, academics come up 23%. That alone is worth doing it.
Okay. Dr. Crenshaw, do you still want to make your motion again for dismissal?
To adjourn.
No.
That's my motion.
No.
Okay.
I have something to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Go right ahead, Ms. McDaniel.
Ms. Threadgill, and Mr. Gaywood, as far as kids coming inside, because, you know, at one particular time, we did have some weapon detections in our schools. And I remember one of my schools, it took hours to get them through. Will we run into that issue, especially if we have large schools and school is taking in at 7:15, 7:20? Will we be able to push a couple of hundred kids in there so that they'll be in a timely manner to get in class? Oh, okay.
That's a service that ability to, they will no longer have to stop and take everything out of their pockets, everything out of their back to go to these machines to detect, you know, what they have as they walk through. So that's the whole purpose of these machines, as opposed to what we'll call just the old fashioned metal detectors that you walk through. You had to take everything out. These are much more advanced.
TSA.
They'll take a, you know, a few more people to operate, we'll have those folks in place, and we'll be much, that was my goal, was to make sure we did not have to delay the start of school, you know, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank
It
you.
would be from one entrance, that'd be one main entrance.
We've had to, some schools have,
Multiple.
multiple, just because of the size of the campus. Many of them, we were able to put just one because they're of smaller populations, and everyone will go through that one entrance. But and again, we'll kind of build the car as we're driving. If we have to make some changes as we go, we'll certainly do that to make sure that it's a positive change.
Will they be transportable if we have them at the front of the school, and if we have an athletic events in our gyms, will we be able to transport them there? Okay, thank you.
I'm afraid to ask this question. What is the approximate price tag on all this?
Okay, we will move.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay,
I
do I hear a second? All right,
Is there a lot of fun in mine?
okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. We're adjourned. Okay. I like it.